Okay, Shalom, Shalom, Kwam Yasha'Allah, Chocholoyim La Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rechahakodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and that by the Spirit taught us His beautiful truth. Just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and Akwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai to the best of their ability. This is Yachanan the Waf, just coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And here's another example of women being able to gad abroad goes wrong. And this young lady right here, as you can see, nice looking young lady, but she's out of here. The Lord is no respecter of persons, as you can see. Again, you see these pictures. You always have that same look. It's like the people, the women that are getting deleted these days, it seems like they all got the same look. Especially amongst the so-called black women, that look, it's that same look. It's like the same person all over again. They all have the same exact look. See, that same look. Yeah, she cute little chocolates, but her ass is out of here. It says heartbreaking final video of Brit nursing student and TikToker 23 before being brutally jabbed up to death in Texas flat. Now I'm thinking like, okay, this happened in in the UK. This shit actually happened in here, and she's from there, which is just stupid as hell. It says the heartbreaking final post of the British nursing student who was brutally stabbed to deletion has been revealed. Tamilore Odunsi, 23, was found dead with multiple stab wounds in the kitchen of her Houston apartment after police forced their way in during a welfare check. It gets interesting. GoFundMe. Okay, it says an aspiring nurse was just weeks away from qualifying and posted on TikTok to celebrate the milestone. The tragic final video shows Tamilore smiling and relaxed in her room with the caption, "I'm ready." She wrote alongside the clip, 23 years old, BSN grad in 2 weeks. Summer is 14 days away, starting to look human again. Yep, she's about to get her little hot girl summer on. She's gonna go ahead and graduate. She's gonna party, do that thing. Says she shared her daily life to her 30,000 followers on TikTok. There you go. Her account, she's Tammy Dollars. Yep, Tammy Dollars, your ass out of here. You ain't gonna make a dollar from none of the shit that you went through and done. That's why we always say, too, if it's the Lord's will, I'm going to do such and such. Because people be making these plans, and they just be saying shit out of their mouth. The scripture says that the power of death and life is in the tongue, and making plans without saying it's the Lord's will, or at least thinking, like, if it's the Lord's will, I'm going to do this. Because our people don't think that way. They just think that, you get this idea, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And you just, try and just go for it. But if it's not the Lord's will, it's not going to happen. See, she had a life of thinking, I'm about to graduate. I'm about to start making real good money. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to be out here. She's 23. It don't mention her having no children. Because these women don't want to be, wives no more. They don't want nothing to do with that. They're about their career. And that shit has gotten a lot of our women destroyed, man. Anyway, it says the nursing student recorded her college experience in her videos and gave advice to fellow students. Devastated fans flooded the heartbreaking post comments with tributes. Thank you for helping me, and I'm sure others through this nursing process. All right, all that good stuff. Forever rest in peace. Another wrote, "This is truly sad. I am in shock, and I didn't even personally know her. Rest in peace, bright and beautiful girl." Her devastated family paid tribute to the young Brit on a GoFundMe page launched to help bring her body home and cover funeral costs. You here all the way here in the Americas, and you and your family can't even get your body home without the help of other people, or at least that's what they're saying. Because everybody do a GoFundMe these days. But what the fuck are you doing way over here? You didn't look at the news. You didn't do no research on how dangerous and how fucked up this place is. which I know is fucked up over there too, but not as fucked up as Babylon the Great. This place is nasty, man. This nasty work right here. I'm sure she had a whole nother set of mannerism as opposed to coming here to the Americas, man. I can't even see how you even survive to even get that close to graduating here. Straight up, man. The fuck you doing you came way from over there to come. They didn't have nursing schools where you were. She probably was on that social media. She probably who knows? Somebody probably talked to her. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe she has some family members here. Stupid as hell, you ask me, though. But you can't even get home. Your family got to start a GoFundMe to get you home. It says, as of Friday afternoon, it had raised more than 30,000 of the 40,000 target with more than 1,000 donations. In a note on the fundraiser, her sister, Georgina, wrote, with heavy hearts, we share the devastating loss of our beloved sister, daughter, and friend, known on her TikTok family as Timmy Dollars, or TD. Crazy, bro. So you already know what kind of mindset she was in. Tammy was a beautiful soul, full of light, ambition, and kindness. Yep, they always say that. She was just 23 years old. Well, she should have been having some kids. She should have been married with some children, man. Oh, my career. Yeah, Esau done fucked y'all over with that career shit. Then you going to school for some shit that you can't even get a job in. And then, if she were to get a job in that field, you gonna take every damn jump shot that they set up for your ass. When COV-19 went down, you see all these nurses that's got all these brain bleeds and brain shit going on with their asses because they took all them goddamn Boost Mobiles, them shots and them Boost Mobiles. So you will have to take all that shit and you're gonna fuck yourself up anyway. Right? It says Tammy had a special love for children, but you ain't saying nothing about you had no children of your own. And always dream of making a difference in young lives through her work in healthcare. Man, get the fuck out of here. Tragically, Tammy was murdered just days before she was set to graduate from university. An unimaginable loss at a moment that should have marked the beginning of a bright and promising future. Well, the Lord didn't want you to have that bright and promising future. Lord knocked your ass right off. Her heartbroken brother, Manny, also posted on an emotional tribute on Instagram. Hey, what's up now? I guess it's just the way that people just, I don't get this being on social media after somebody that close to you passed away. You think, you want some time to, pretty much absorb that shit, man. But these people go right on, they be right on the news immediately, right on Facebook Live, like, goddamn, why aren't you mourning? It says, flying 10 hours to America will be the hardest journey of my life. Knowing that you won't be at the airport to greet us makes the pain even deeper. Crazy, bro. Tammy, you were truly a special soul, loving, caring, generous, honest, and adored by everyone who met you. Our TikTok star, my creative director, and most importantly, my baby sister. Yeah. Well, your baby sister ain't no telling what she was into here. And check this out, though. Let's go further into the story. It says she was brutally murdered in her Texas flat. Officers were called to the scene after a friend of her dad's raised the alarm when they couldn't get hold of her. A friend of her dad, I don't know, maybe they live here. Blood was spotted on the rear patio, and cops broke into the second bed flat. A man believed to be her flatmate was discovered in a bedroom with the stab wounds and rushed to the hospital in critical condition. The two were said to be complete strangers. See? Complete strangers. And had only started living together a few weeks earlier. There you go. Now let me get this scripture right here. That's why I say this is the perfect example of gadding abroad going wrong. Because first off, you shouldn't even be that far away from you should be in the country where your family is at. There's no way that you should have been flying over here to go to no fucking school when you could have went to school for the same thing where you lived. You come here to these fucking Americas not knowing, and then you end up with a fucking roommate, a dude that you just, Maybe she knew him before. It just don't make no sense, bro. The shit is just retarded, bro. You barely knew the person? Incredible. Ecclesiasticus 25 and 25. Yeah, man, the Lord got some special judgment going out, man. He got special judgment going out right now. This is why wisdom, man. The water to Jehovah for wisdom. This wisdom, this knowledge, this understanding. That's why that Isaiah 33 and 6, it talks about this wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. Because when the Lord is dealing with you, man, and you got these scriptures, the Lord, and you know them scriptures come to your mind like, well, this is what the Lord said. That can really save your life. That can really save your life, bro. Ecclesiasticus 25 and 25. Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. Now, do I know that she was out here just extremely wicked? No, I don't know that. But it is wicked to actually be in that mindset of, I'm going to leave this country to go to another country to pursue my dreams. Because you're outside of order. You know what I'm saying? Now, I get it these days, you know what I'm saying? You're living in Esau's kingdom where, hell, you women don't have no choice but to get the fuck out here and work and try and find a career. But there are options where women can actually have husbands. There's men out here. There's plenty of men that you know, she would, you know, if she were to, you know, let me go back to the article. If she were to date upward, so to speak, you know what I'm saying? You know, say she's 23, you know, and she dealt with somebody that was, you know, like in their 30s. Hell, even possibly early 40s. You know, shit would take very, very good care of a little beauty like this, huh? You see what I'm saying? They'll look out, you know, as long as she's doing what she's supposed to do. But see this lifestyle, see this you know, her with this blue cup and that goddamn look like she's just so adorable. This is that same look that all these women have, man. That prideful ass look. When they show these pictures on the news of they asses getting fucked up, this the look they be having. It never fails, every single time. Cause ain't no goddamn way she should have been all the way here in these Americas, fucking staying with no dude that she barely, or she had to allow him to come to her apartment because it says it was her place. Unless, you know, she fell on some hard times and was like, you know, whatever, you know. But still, even in that particular situation, you got to choose wisely. Just because a person got some money and can pay some bills, that don't necessarily mean that they could, you know, they would be a good roommate for your ass. Because who knows? He probably tried to push up on her. That shit probably didn't go right. She probably grabbed a knife and jugged his ass. Then he probably grabbed the damn knife from her, fought her ass off with the knife and jugged her ass up. Now, I guess they'll find out once this nigga wake up if he lives through it, I guess. Well, let me see. Where was we at? It says a man believed to be her flatmate was discovered in a bedroom with stab wounds and rushed to the hospital in critical condition. The two were said to be complete strangers. So maybe it was a damn, well, I don't know how they saying flatmate. Well, I guess the motherfucker was living there and it wasn't just a date. The two were said to be complete strangers and had only started living together a few weeks earlier. Okay, well, the Houston Police Department confirmed in a statement officers were called to a resident at the apartment complex for a welfare check. They knocked on the door but did not receive an answer. Officers then discovered blood on the rear concrete patio and entered the apartment. So that shit, I guess they who knows, man. The female victim was discovered on the kitchen floor with multiple stab wounds. A male was discovered in a bedroom with at least one stab wound. Responding Houston Fire Department paramedics pronounced the female dead at the scene. The male was transported to an area hospital in critical condition. The investigation is ongoing. So there you go, man. I mean, it sounds suspect in a motherfucker, you know? But who knows? He probably tried to push up on her. So you done all that. You came way over here to have your ass shit back in a box, man. So, you know, matter of fact, you know what? We don't even need the comments. You know the comments. People, you know, you know you're going to have your investigative reporters on that motherfucker like, yep, he done it. Who knows, though, man, how that went down. Isaiah 32 and 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail. The gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare. and gird sackcloth upon your loins. And our women are super duper at ease. You know how at ease you have to be able to fly from a whole other country into another country and just start school by yourself. You living in an apartment by yourself, and then all of a sudden you got a damn roommate, a male roommate. Now, had they been on some, we together, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Who knows? Anyway, just doofy as hell, you ask me, because that's, like I said again, that's the true example of being able to gad abroad, and that's why you have so much, craziness going on with the women, man. I just done that lesson on a young lady yesterday. Now, they just had this lady in court, and I'm not sure exactly why. I guess she must have told the FBI some shit that wasn't right, wasn't true. But I'm not sure if she had anything to do with the murder. But this young lady, she's 17. Let me see if I can find it. I'm not sure if this is the phone that I was on. I might have not been on this phone. Oh, right here. This is Jake gone right here. He be either screaming or laughing his ass off to himself. Okay, but they had her in court today. Arraignment. Woman facing charge in connection to the death of this young lady, London Thomas. She was 17, and she came up missing on the 5th of April, and they just found her, just in a damn driveway at somebody's house in a damn SUV. Like, how the fuck a car in your driveway for weeks, and you don't peer through the windows to see who the fuck? Ain't nobody just parking in my shit, and I'm not gonna be seeing what's up. Like, who the fuck car is this? But you think that a motherfucker would at least, he's gonna look through the windows, and you wouldn't, well, unless she was underneath something. But yeah, the little 17-year-old. I just done a lesson on this shit yesterday, and I done a few lessons on young women that have just been getting fucked up out here. Just it's just just badass decisions. Here we go. I ain't even had to put the whole damn thing in. This is her right here. Now they got a few. See up the woman now facing charge in connection to the death, but they said they had 2 suspects, and she's 48 years old. Now she's 17. Supposedly, she was dropped off at her 23-year-old, boyfriend's house, and that was the last time they saw her ass, right? So it's just a lot of gadding abroad, making a lot of fucked up decisions, and this is why, fathers are so important in the home. Because these man, that's just women in general. But I gotta say more with Eve, so-called black woman, she'll just hook up with a motherfucker on social media, man, and go meet that motherfucker, man. The family don't know this motherfucker, never met this motherfucker, don't know nothing about nothing, don't know nothing about their family, don't know nothing about the niggas he hang around, his homeboys. He could have a wicked ass uncle, a wicked ass grandfather, whatever. They don't know nothing about this nigga, but they'll jump in they'll even be Ubered, or they'll jump in they ride, they'll get all cute, throw on all that goddamn makeup and shit, their eyelashes, and pull that wig, that new era wig on, and they'll go and meet up with a nigga don't know him from Adam. Then next thing you know, we looking for such and such. And here in Detroit, it's too many places a person can take your ass to, and you never be seen again. I'm pretty certain it's plenty of people. All these people that's missing, been missing for 20 years, 30 years. Man, motherfucker is somewhere decayed somewhere in a damn vacant lot, man. There's too many places, bro. Late night. Motherfucker ain't got to do nothing but drive you down one of these side streets, man, and fuck your ass up, and next thing, and just do whatever. They find them motherfuckers burnt out in their cars. Bitches being burnt, found in the trunk all burnt up. It's just, you making decisions and doing shit that's just not wise, man. See? Here you go. She's 17, and she's on this motherfucker looking like them goddamn snuffleupagus, damn eyelashes. She looking like she about 40 in this picture. But this is what we talking about when it comes to, we need those fathers back in the home. And Esau knew what he was doing, man, when he got the so-called black man out of the home, man, because these households are reckless because there's no order in them. Now, with this particular person here, it only speaks of her grandmother. It never said anything about her mother or she, father or no brothers or any, her grandmother, was the last. She was the one on the news, so I'm assuming that maybe her grandmother was the one that was taking care of her or whatever. But anyway, shit, grandmama should have said, "Hey, girl, nah, you keep your ass in this goddamn house." So, even at this age right here, they able to just get up, leave the house, and don't have to don't tell nobody shit. Now people trying to call your phone, and the last place your damn phone was pinged was over here. It's been a few chicks like that. A few chicks, you know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of court cases going on right now here in Detroit of young ladies coming up missing, and it's always the suspected boyfriend. And they not finding these chicks. Just so happened they happened to find her. Well, shit, she was missing for like 3 weeks, but supposedly, from what the neighbors are saying, the damn SUV was parked in the damn driveway of this woman's house. And I'm not sure, that's not the lady though. That's not the same lady, but they said the damn car was parked in their fucking driveway for like 3 weeks. So I'm just thinking to myself, like, nah, motherfucker, I need to get in my driveway. Ain't no way nobody pulling up in my driveway. I don't give a fuck if I don't have no car. Who the fuck car is this in my driveway? You not thinking of, you don't find that to be weird? You don't find that to be strange? You not calling the police like, hey, I need this motherfucker towed. No, I don't know who car it is, but I need it out of my driveway. But anyway, man, just another example though of gadding abroad, man. This is not it's not a good look, man. I don't know how you come way from over there. They would generally they got pretty good this shit, they school system better than the school system here. Why the fuck would you leave from over there to come way here to America? Look, that's that look. I told you it's that same look. 23-year-old BSN grad in 2 weeks, vacations booked. See, summer is 14 days away, starting to look human again. So again, that's why it's so important to say, if it's the Lord's will. I've been trying to practice that. I try and say it as much as I can, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to plans. But say, if it's the Lord's will. Because the Lord, hey, he be like, huh? You gonna do what? You got that one what was the one the Lord called that nigga a fool. He said, thou fool, but nah, I'm gonna kill your ass tonight. Let me see if I can find it. Yep, I think this is it right here in Luke. So this is a person right here making plans, right? And the Lord wasn't feeling that shit. Luke 12:16. It says, and he spake a parable unto them, saying, the ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentiful. And he thought within himself, there you go, that thought within himself. That Proverbs 3:5, it says to lean not to thine own understanding. You're not supposed to lean to your own understanding. You're supposed to acknowledge the Lord. It goes on to say, acknowledge Yahweh in all your ways, that your path or your steps will be ordered. It says, he thought within himself, saying, what shall I do? Because I have no room where to bestow my fruits. And he said, this will I do. I will pull down my barns and build better. And build greater. And there will I bestow all my fruits and my goods. And I will say to my soul, soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years. Take thine ease, eat, drink, and be merry. And that's probably the mindset that she had. Yep, I done this thing. I done put in all these hard hours. You know what I'm saying? I'm finally about to get there. I got vacation set up. And she was ready about to set the party. 14 days to summer. She probably had a couple of little outfits already lined up. You know what I'm saying? Little bathing suits and shit. Who knows what, already in her mind, like, this is what I'm going to do. Right? But it says, verse 20, but Yahweh said unto him, thy fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Then whose shall those things be which thou hast provided? So it is he that layeth up treasure for himself and is not rich towards Yahweh. So overall, this guy's making plans and none of that shit, panned out for him like that. And even Paul is few places, man, where that's spoken of. Let me see. It says, therefore should I say, if it's the Lord's will. Let me see. Oh, I know it's another one. And matter of fact, let me see. I might be able to. This one in Proverbs, chapter 27. Come on, baby, load up. What's going on? Proverbs 27:1. Boast not thyself of tomorrow, for thou knowest not what a day may bring forth. See? Can't be what you boasting for. Let me see if that precept is in here. Oh, yup, that's James 4. James 4:13, it says, go to now, ye that say, today or tomorrow, we will go into such a city and continue there a year, and buy and sell and get gain. Whereas ye know not what shall be on the morrow. For what is your life? It is even a vapor, that appeareth for a little time, and then vanisheth away. For that ye ought to say, this is what you should be saying, for that ye ought to say, if the Lord will, we shall live and do this or that. But now ye rejoice in your boastings. All such rejoicing is evil. So it was pretty much evil for her to, she's doing her little videos, and she's talking about, vacation already booked. Summer is 14 days away. Starting to look human again. Because, she has some, I'm telling you, she probably had her nice little outfits lined up. She's probably going to get her little hair and nails done, her little eyebrows and shit done. And guess what? They'll have all that done for you to lay in that coffin in. All that, You know what I'm saying? Hey, the Lord, it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God, man. Yep. But that was very doofy. If you ask me, why the fuck come way over here? But she probably seen some TikToks. She probably, social media. She probably listened. Probably seen some rap videos. Probably seen goddamn Lotto or fucking Ice Spice or somebody, or goddamn Megan Thee Stallion, whoever the fuck, whatever them twerkers. You know what I'm saying? Probably seen one of them twerkers, inspired her to come here, and now she's leaving on a plane in a box, and her family got to try and get that money up to actually get her there. You know what I'm saying? So hey, man, not a good look. That's like the chick that was twerking on top of the motherfucking SUV. Fell off of that bitch and got ran over by a goddamn fire truck. Now, you can't make that up. But that's that ability to gad abroad. It's not good for women to have that type of leeway, man. It's just not. They don't make very good decisions, man. So whoever the fuck thought it was a good idea for her to come all the way here, which she probably didn't have her father in her life, because I can't see no stern dad in the household allowing their child to get that far away from them. You know what I'm saying? I can't see it. I'm pretty certain that the UK got some pretty good, probably far better healthcare establishments or schooling than America could ever have. Because these motherfuckers here don't care about shit. They trying to get some damn real healthcare here, man. Is just you paying for it, but you dependent on that shit or relying on them. You wasting your time. Anyway, just another example of gadding abroad going wrong. So with that, I pray that the lesson was edifying. Kwame Yashala and a Bible Ball.